Final Finds. Take 4. She could be take 5. I don't know. Brought to you by Crystal. I have some records that I've all ordered online. Oh, I don't know. More than a month back, I did a curbside purchase of some Pink Floyd albums. But I haven't really been into a record store for months now, you know. I don't know, maybe soon I will. But anyways, the reason I've had to do this over a few times is because of another topic that I want to bring up. And it's Steve Carlson's flood situation. It was terrible what happened to his collection. And because of the generosity of the VC, there was a GoFundMe page, and quite a bit of money was raised. And in addition to that, a lot of people have been sending him VCLT. In fact, in this last video, he told the story about how he was there and the mail woman had to back up into his driveway to unload all the boxes. Now that's fucking great. But since his flood has happened, he's kind of reevaluating his collection. And he told a story. He was like in a store and there was like a semi-grill on the wall, and he's, thinking of getting it, and he's questioning, do I really need this? And that's a completely different mind space than what he was before. Man, he was buying shit left and right. And it's a good mind space to be in, We don't need all this. Now you take that, you pair that with the fact that he's getting tons and tons of VCLT. And I must say, the vinyl community on YouTube, it's kind of amazing. It's like an oasis of positivity in this negative shit of the internet, I mean, the internet can be a really ugly place. I mean, that's why I don't do Facebook anymore. I don't do Instagram. It's too negative. But that said, it seems like some of these people that are sending VCLT, they really don't watch Steve's videos, it seems like. I mean, when he was buying records left and right, they were usually always new. They weren't your basic, what's the word they were more obscure stuff. It wasn't your basic general stuff, Journey or whatever, And when he did buy a used record, it was usually like a semi-grill, Stooges or something, pretty outstanding. Now, I know he made a video where he was flipping through all the stuff that people were sending him. And there was some really cool stuff. But I must say there was a lot of crap. And I don't mean to offend anybody that sent him anything, but a lot of it is Goodwill finds. And to be honest, if you pay attention to where Steve is at right now, I don't think he wants his collection made up of Goodwill finds. Now, he's too nice of a guy to say this, so here I am, King Dick, saying it. Be a little aware of where he's at, Because you're putting him in a bind. You're sending him all this shit. I heard he has 8 cubes now of records. I mean, at this rate, he's gonna run out of space in 2 months. And he doesn't need Al Hurt, Judy Collins records. He doesn't. That's not what he wants. That's not who Steve Carlson is. So you're putting him in a bind. What's he gonna do with this stuff? Because he's too nice a guy. I don't want to get rid of this, Joe Blow gave me this one. But anyways, I got that off my chest. I said it. Give me a thumbs down. I don't give a fuck. Okay, on to the records. This record, I watched Grown Man Record Night a couple of Saturdays ago. It's usually on Friday nights, and I usually can't watch on Friday because of work. But it was on a Saturday, so I was able to watch, and they showed this. It's End of the Night, 1976 to 1983. It's Detroit comp punk bands from this era, 1976 to 83. And it is fantastic. It's distributed by Light in the Attic. I believe it was pressed. Yeah, it's pressed at that Detroit Third Man Records pressing plant. Great job they do. And apparently this was going to be a Record Store Day UK release. But anyways, they were talking about it. And as they were talking about it, I'm drinking beers, watching YouTube, and, watching Grown Man Record. And what do you do when you're drinking beers and you're online? You buy shit, So I was watching them and on my computer. So I get on the phone and I go to Hold Fast Vinyl. And I bought the damn thing as I'm watching them, And I'm glad I did it. It's great. There's, out of the 4-side double album, there's maybe 2 songs that are really not all that. But other than that, man, it's a really good record. It came with this postcard of Frank Gagan's. I guess this was Bookie's Club 870, where a lot of these bands played. And all these bands, let me just say, I was really not familiar with hardly any of them. I do know the Pathetics, but that's because recently Third Man Records released an album of theirs. I have heard of the Ramrods, and there was one other band, the Mutants. There's a band on here, the Plugs. It's not the LA Plugs. It's their song is I Like My Dad, and man, the words to that are fantastic. But right here, it's got this little paper with words. It's actually each song, and it has all the info on it, who played on it, when it was recorded. This first one's like 1977, and when it was originally released, and some of these were never released before, and just a great comp. Stuff I like. Stuff Steve Carlson likes. And it came with this flyer. Well, on this side is all these thank yous. I mean, tons of people. And on this side it has a couple of flyers of bookies. Just different bands. The Deals. Yeah, this is some cool bands here. Yeah, very cool. Flyers that were common back in the day. And the records are on black vinyl. And I'll pull it out. I don't know, the labels are not all that, but really nice. 124 gram vinyl. I don't know what it is. Now the next record I'm going to show, it's what is it called? Vinyl Me Please. Now, I've never bought Vinyl Me Please. I've really had no desire to sign up, and then they send me a record that I don't even know. But apparently if you don't like their choice of the month, you can pick, something else. But why bother, But anyways, when I heard this one was going to get released, I thought, you know what, I'm going to order it. But it looked like you needed to sign up for 3 months or 6 months in order to get it. And it's the Vinyl Me Please Essential. And it's the Stooges debut. It's the John Cale mix. And I must say, the Vinyl Me Please packaging is very, very nice. Comes with this outer sleeve with the Vinyl Me Please hype sticker. It's got this wannabe Obi which is kind of dumb in all honesty. And it's got a mixed drink here, and I don't know what's up with that. I don't drink mixed drinks, very rarely. But yeah, really cool, very nice album cover, very thick stock. I was watching a Dead Wax 66 live stream maybe a month ago, and he was playing this in the background. I go, man, that sounds really good. So, yeah. I looked online, and I found one on eBay for $30, so I went for it. I don't know how much they cost through Vinyl Me Please, but at least I'm not on the hook for 3 months. Very cool. Inner sleeve with words. And very thick vinyl. This is really thick. Definitely, I would say it's thicker than 180 gram. And as I was showing it up here, right here, there's a red streak. When I put it up through the light, I can see through it. So it is kind of marbledy. It's kind of a dark red and black, I guess. But I just thought it was black vinyl. You can maybe see right there the red part. It's right there. But whatever. It looks like pretty much like black vinyl to me. And it came with this suitable for framing picture. Now the next two I ordered from Third Man Records. I don't think I've ever ordered anything from them. Well, yeah, that Pathetics record. The Vinyl Deuce showed these. Or showed this one. Red Cross. Phase Shifter. Third Man Records released a couple of Red Cross albums. I'm a big Red Cross fan. This is one of their best albums. It's the first time it's ever been released on vinyl in the US. So I thought I would go for it. I do have a UK copy of it, but like a dumbass, I did. This is one band I do have some duplicates. I'm not really the completest normally, but I thought I would pick this one up. It is one of their better albums, I think. If you don't like this album, you're probably not going to like most Red Cross. This has elements of a power, what they call power pop now. Even a little bit of hard, like metal riffing, punk rock songs. It's got one of their best songs, Huge Wonder. But side one is just, it's flawless, man. It starts off with Jimmy's Fantasy, and it's got a sample off of their, I believe it's one of their very first songs. And I think it's Steve McDonald. No, it might be Jeff McDonald. I don't know which one. He goes, "Get it!" And this like kid's voice, and it was recorded from one of the songs when they were like 12 and 14 off their first EP. But yeah, really cool. And Third Man Records does a really good job. It's got this insert, which is the inner sleeve on the UK version I have. And it's on black vinyl, very thick black vinyl. And it's very plain labels. And like a dumbass, I figured I'll get them both. I think I paid $25 each for them, which is that's a going rate for a new album. And yeah, this is Show World. This is not as good as the other album. This one came out in '93, and I believe this came out in '96 or '97. Something like that. But anyways, this does have some really good songs. Pretty Please Me, maybe the best song. Follow the Leader's another good one. Mess Around. But yeah, it's a solid album. And again, I believe this insert is the sleeve on the UK version. Again, this first US vinyl release. And the same labels. Now this next record, I ordered this, I believe, in February. And it just barely got here last Saturday. And I was frustrated. Took a long time. I thought they were getting, when I pre-ordered or I ordered, I thought it was going to get shipped, but it wasn't even pressed, I don't think. But it's this album here, Moat Somalis. It came from Australia, and I got 93 out of 100. It's psych, modern day psych sounding. It kind of droney, kind of like the Can. It's more psychedelic than Can, though, but you know how they get in those grooves type of thing. And got it from Salty Dog Records, and it's really a great album. I mean, I can hear it digitally. This is what the record looks like. Really cool. But when it came, the box was like this, and I'm going, oh, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it's unplayable, and it fucking sucks. I mean, if I ordered it from eBay or Discogs, I can get my money back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my money back from Salty Dog. I don't know what they can do. There's only 100 made, and I got 93 out of 100, so I don't know. But I'll find out. Now, this next band, I got 2 more bands to go. And they're both current bands. This next one, they have risen to the top of my favorite current bands. And I might as well just show it. Catharsis is the name of this album. I believe this is their first full-length album. Now, this is the limited wax sealed copy. What I did is I heard this band on Bandcamp, and then I looked at what was available. They had this album, maybe six or seven copies were available, and their second album, there was like 6 or 7 copies of that available. So I ordered both of them. This sealed paper, thick stock, is like wrapped around the cover. I was able to slit it here, and I can take it in and out. The cover really isn't much to look at anyway, so I'll just keep it like this. This band, like I said, they've risen to the top of my favorite bands. That's the name of the band right there, Institute. This is what the label looks like. They're from Austin, Texas, but they don't sound like they're from Austin, Texas. They sound like a UK band. The singer has that cocky, he doesn't really have a snotty voice, but he has that kind of cocky singing style that the late 70s punks in UK had. And it's got a late 70s punk sound mixed with post-punk guitars. The sound of the guitars is just off the charts. And this is their second full-length album, and it's subordinate. They're they get lumped in with the anarcho-punks. I mean, they got songs on here, Oil Money, Human Law, Good Old Boys, the same old political stuff. But man, they don't sound like your typical. They do have that kind of a anarcho punk. They have post-punk bass and guitar sounds with this cocky singer that sounds like he's Johnny Rotten but without the snotty nose. They're just fantastic, dude. And this album is great. The second one, I mean, the first one's good, but the second one I think is even better. I mean, it's even got hints of glam and, not real glam, like 70s glam in it. And very plain labels, but I highly recommend Institute. If I can find a YouTube clip, I'll leave a song or two. But you can go to Bandcamp type in Institute and you can listen to all their shit for free. Now the next one is a band. I showed an album. It was a split. It was a band, this band here, from Colombia. And the other side was a band from Spain, some island in Spain. And it's Muro. I don't know if you can see it right here. Muro, M-U-R-O, was one of the bands on that split. And I watched some videos of this band live, and I was just kind of impressed, you know. And what I was really impressed with is the guitar player, the whole band, but the singer, man, his presence. He kind of reminds you of an early Henry Rollins, you know, before he got all blew up. The kid, I call him a kid, you know. Everybody's a kid to me when you're my age. He wears, you know, regular jeans, you know, tight, not skinny jeans, but tight jeans. He wears shirts. They're always tucked in, and he has his belt on. And it's just a striking image, you know. It's not your regular punk rock singer, you know. But this is their, I think might be their first full length. I'm not sure. Attack, hardcore punk. It's all sung in Spanish. Really, I mean, it's really thin paper. And it came with this book. And this is where I read about the singer. And he addresses his look. He's not from Bogota, the capital. He's from more of a outside in the country, villages and stuff. And he said that you can't afford to, you know, dress up like a radical looking punk rocker or something, because you might, you know, the militias will come and snatch you, and next thing you know, you're disappeared. You know, you're gone from the face of the earth, and you know that's crazy. But yeah, the really cool book. Here's a picture of the guy. I was really impressed with him though, man. And yeah, I dig this. It's a little more hardcore than the Institute, and it is on colored vinyl, so I'll show you. It's on this blue, turquoise, very plain labels. Muro. And I got one more from them. And this one is even thinner. Raw punk. I don't know what it says. Colombia, it says right there in the back. Yeah, Muro. Comes with this insert. Here's a picture of the guy. I don't know, man. I just get a feeling of their work ethic, you know. I could be totally off base, but you never know. And that's what the record looks like. That's it. Take care. I hope nobody was offended by the Steve Carlson commentary. But, you know, just be considerate. But, you know, give them whatever, you know, whatever. Don't listen to Rich. I'm a dick. But, yeah, the VC, man, it's a special place. And I'm glad I'm part of it.
Go, daddy, go, daddy, go, daddy, go.